like to cover here is 80-20 thinking. There was a brilliant book that was written that I had a copy of around here somewhere. Here it is. This book's a really good book here by Richard Koch. It's called The 80-20 Revolution. If you haven't read this book, or you don't know about this book, I really recommend you have a look at it for our business. And the reason it's so important is because it talks about extremes. Every one of you in this room does something better or is more interested than everybody else you know in one subject or one discipline. And basically, the theory of this book is that 20% of the things that you do in any area of your life bring you about 80% of the results. It's called Pareto's Law. Anybody heard of Pareto's Law? Okay, so basically what it says is 20% of your customers give you 80% of the profits. 20% of your customers give you 80% of the complaints and the trouble. Okay? 80%, 20% of the things that you do socially give you 80% of the results. 20% of the things that you do in the gym or the things that you eat give you 80% of your health and fitness, or the other way around. And the key point that the book makes really quickly, and you can go to Richard's website and have a look at this. He's become a friend of ours over the years. The key point that Richard makes in the book is that your job as a leader, and your job in terms of finding happiness for yourself across your life, with our business, in relationships and everything else, is to identify your 20%. What are the things that you do extraordinarily well, that you really love to do, that you would do if nobody was paying you? Now that may sound crazy. I mean, Steve and I and other people perhaps in here were blessed as younger people because we got to do exactly what we love to do. I mean, at school I was the #1 truant in a school of 2,100 people. I mean, I just didn't go. Didn't sit any exams, didn't show up for exams. Truant officer was looking for me on the day of my O-levels, and I was playing at the Yorkshire Open or something, something like that. I just didn't go. Steve was very similar. I mean, Steve's like, don't you just love me talking to you, Steve? I didn't finish the sentence, right? At 17, Steve had an amazing life because Steve, my father was a miner and Steve's father was working at the foundry, at the steel mill, right? And my future career prospects being a young child were going down the mines or something like that, and Steve's were probably ending up at the steelworks, right, Steve? I mean, that was kind of the idea. And at 17, he walked out to play against the Chinese world #1 and world champion as a 17-year-old player. And he became a professional table tennis player, as we both did. I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. And what we learned from that as younger people, and what we can learn at any age, is this, is there are no bounds, there is nothing that will stop you, nothing that will stop you if you're doing what you love to do. I mean, we've got this business today because of one man being a pain in the ass with hundreds of other people all over the world for 20 years. Peter has just refused, basically, to do anything for 20 years that wasn't directly contributing to getting to where we are here. Every move he's made, everything. I mean, it's driven lots of us to almost to insanity. Possibly with me, it put me over the top, who knows? I mean, but, he has been dogged in terms of, everything that he's done has been about his passion. I suggest that you take a careful inventory of the things that you really love to do, because life's short. Time is not with us. We all tend to get this idea that life will go on, and we're immortal and we're infallible and everything. It's not true. As you get older, you realize this. Time is short. So do the things that you want to do. We've got a lifestyle business here. If you enjoy, the possibility of learning, being healthy, being paid money for it, you can make whatever paycheck you want with this business. I mean, there's no upper limit on this. There's no question about it. No question. But you've got to do the things that are in your spike. We call it a spike. When I look at people, I don't want to know about the weaknesses. I don't care about that. I don't care about anybody's weaknesses. I just want to know one question. What does this guy do better than anybody else in the world? Or what does this girl or guy do that they want to be better than anybody else in the world, or in that country, or in that area? We've all got to ask that question to ourselves. What are our unique characteristics and attributes that we really want to do? And then design your life around that. And I suggest that you refuse, wherever possible, to do things that you don't like to do. Get other people to do them, because somebody will like to do them. Because while you continue to do things from a point of sacrifice, you will never get peak performance. You'll never get maximum performance. And whatever accomplishments you're looking to get to, you're much more likely to do it if you're doing it from a labor of love.